Hello everyone. Since the state elections are nearing us, many people are anxious to know as to whether voting is a right or a duty. And they get this anxiety by reading the newspapers and watching both the big and small screen, where many celebrities and VIPs campaign that voting is a democratic duty that we should definitely carry out on election day. Now, are all those statements really true? Legally speaking, the answer is voting is definitely only a right and not a duty. But how do we arrive at this answer? First, let's see what voting is. Voting is a process by which the people are able to arrive at a decision regarding a public issue by showing majority. At this point, it is to be noted that voting applies only for deciding issues of a public nature and not of a personal nature. So what are public issues? Basically, issues that affects not only you but others as well. And another characteristic of voting is that it provides an equal and fair opportunity for everyone involved in the process of decision making to be able to show their assent or dissent. Since we've seen what voting is, let us now see where we are getting that right from. As far as India is concerned, we the people get the right from the Constitution of India. At this point, I am obligated to let you know that the Indian Constitution does not explicitly state that we the people have a fundamental right to vote. I'm quite sure many of you are thinking, how is that even possible? We have almost 400 articles and 12 schedules to the Constitution. On top of that, for the past 69 years, there has been more than 100 amendments to the Constitution. And also, everyone takes pride in saying that the Indian Constitution is the longest written constitution in the world. Now, if you were to wonder that despite all this, is it really true that the Constitution does not spare a few words to state that we have a fundamental right to vote, then yes, it is true. So where do we get the right from? We get the right from the preamble to the Constitution. The preamble has a declaration which states, amongst other things, that India is to be constituted as a democratic republic. Democracy basically means rule by the people. Republic basically means that such a rule will be through some form of governance. So, how do people govern themselves or rule themselves? By deciding upon matters of public nature. How do they decide? By showing majority. How do they show majority? By voting. Since we've seen what voting is and where we get the right from, let's see what a right basically is. A right is a consequence of one of two things. First, freedoms or liberties that you take at your personal level. Second, permissions given by others. It is a consequence of these two actions that you receive as rights. Now, when you say the word right, what does it actually mean? It means that you have the freedom to do that particular act. And more importantly, when you are doing that particular act, no one can stop you from doing it. And another meaning that is hidden within the same word is that you also have the freedom to not do that act. And while not doing that act, no one can compel you to do so. So that is why voting is a right and not a duty. So if you feel like voting, go ahead and vote by all means. No one can prevent you from doing so. At the same time, if you don't feel like voting, then feel free to stay back. No one can compel you to vote as well. So I hope this video was useful. Thank you for watching.